Hey guys, this is Jaden Storm coming from Team Shadow Strike. So first, before I jump into this, what this video is mainly for, I want to talk about my contest that just ended. I have talked with all you guys. I am going to be purchasing the bulk of all of it on Saturday when I go to my locals. I could not do it Monday because my check came in late from work. But anyway, I'm going to be purchasing all that stuff on Saturday. You need to, if you want to resend your requests of what you wanted for placing in the contest, please feel free to do so. I did save all those messages, but if you just want to be safe that I got it and that is still what you want, you have until Saturday to let me know if you have any changes. Now, I will say to the person who won the box, our boxes were kind of cleaned out when I was there Monday. The new shipment was supposedly going to be coming in before this weekend, so if mainly to Bob Smith, if your box choice hasn't changed since the few that you sent me, you can let me know what those are before Saturday. That's when I will be going back to my locals next to be purchasing them. So thank you very much for that. So now I want to talk about something. So I recently, one more thing I want to quickly say is last Sunday was my birthday. I turned 23 years old. I got birthday messages from a couple of you. Thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. And I want to briefly, I didn't do much on my birthday. I spent it with family, friends, and that kind of thing, and I went and saw a movie. And what this video is about, as you could have told from the title, is it's going to be about two movies that I have seen as of recently, that have came out recently, and they have completely different I have completely different takes on both of them. So I thought I would shake things up a bit and do maybe kind of like a double movie review. So today was kind of a pretty terrible day. I pretty much sat around all day because I had a headache. I had some homework to do. So after my headache went away, I'm sitting here and I'm drinking a Red's Apple Ale. By the way, if you have not tried one of these things are the bomb. I'm usually a Scotch person myself, but when I don't want to drink Scotch and get a hangover and I just want something that has barely any kick and has a taste to it, these are definitely good. So if you have not tried them out, go run to your local convenience store and get a six-pack and try them out. But anyway, the two movies, as you can tell, are Guardians of the Galaxy and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, I kind of debated with myself before we started filming this is which one I was going to start with. I don't like to end with bad, so I'm going to start with bad. And if you've seen either one of these movies, you can probably guess which one is bad, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I am sick and tired. Guys, I cannot express to you how much I hate Michael Bay. He destroyed Transformers by casting Shia LaBeouf to be in them. I'm sorry, maybe you like Shia, but I think he's a terrible actor. He has no range. I know he made a great name for himself in the Disney world. You know, he was on some stupid show. I can't even remember what it was called. Something Stevens or whatever, I think. I don't know. I've never watched the Disney Channel that much. But he is not a good actor. I am sorry. The only movie I've ever liked him in was Holes, and that's because I remember reading that book when I was in school, and I really enjoyed the book, so I therefore enjoyed the movie. But I'm not so sure I enjoyed his acting so much as I just enjoyed a book that I liked being portrayed as a movie. I've seen all the Transformers he was in. I saw that movie he did with Michael J. Douglas, something on Wall Street. He was terrible in that. I mean, he has absolutely no credibility with me, and I don't understand why Michael Bay did not pick, as the guy who was going to be his main character, someone who had a little bit more credibility behind him. I understand that sometimes you got to take chances, but when you take a chance and it fails, then do something else. Because, I'm sorry, the first Transformers was good, but the reason that the first Transformers movie that Michael Bay made or directed, I don't I guess shouldn't say made, that he directed, it was not successful because of Shia LaBeouf. It was successful because we were like, oh, holy shit, we grew up with Transformers. This is awesome. And we got to see Optimus Prime on the big screen. We got to see other people like Megatron and Starscream and Bumblebee and all these other characters that we just grew up loving as Transformer fans. I was not as big a Transformer fan as some other people out there. My big thing growing up was Power Rangers, but I definitely loved Transformers. I mean, how could you not? They were giant robots who could morph into almost anything. I remember going to see the first Transformers when it came out in the theaters. I went with a group of about 9 or 10 friends, and we were really excited, and we enjoyed the movie, guys. I thought it was a cool new way to introduce the Transformers saga, because there may have been some people who may not have been as connected with the series as other people. So I thought it did a good job doing that, but the character development was terrible. Guys, I am convinced that any movie Michael Bay directs, he wants Megan Fox. So my guess is he's either fucking Megan Fox or he has the hots for her, because he stuck her in the first 2 Transformer movies and she couldn't act her... Megan Fox could not act her way out of a box, guys. And if you try to defend her, you're more than likely defending her. If you're looking at this from a honest perspective, you are more than likely defending her because you find her attractive. I will give Megan Fox that. She is an attractive person. She has beautiful eyes, she has beautiful hair, she has a very voluptuous figure, to keep it PG, but as far as acting, guys, let's be real here. This woman can't act. Okay, there are some people who are born to be actors, and then there are some people who are born to be in movies, but they can't act. They're born there just so all the 13-year-old boys and everyone else can just look at her and go, oh, she's hot. And I wasn't there to see Megan Fox. I was there to see Optimus Prime. I was there to see Megatron. I was there to see Bumblebee. This movie could have been 3 hours of just robots talking, fighting, and references of our current culture, and it would have been perfect, and then, I was thinking, I was so mad with Michael Bay after, I think he made 4 Transformer movies, and I haven't seen the newest one. I went to go see it, and after about the first hour, I just couldn't stand it, so I got up and left, maybe I didn't give the movie that good of a chance. So when it comes out on Netflix or Redbox or DVD, maybe I'll pick it up and I'll watch it. But I'll probably end up buying it so I can stick it on the shelf with the other 3. But I did not like the other 3. The first one was great. The second one was mediocre, and the last 2 just sucked to me. Now, if you liked them, I'm happy for you, but maybe you like them because you're a more diehard Transformer fan than I am, and that's fine. But then I hear that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is getting a movie, and I was so happy. I really was, because I grew up watching the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and then The Secret of the Ooze. That third one about time travel was stupid, and then the animated one that would come out, I think in 2008, TMNT, it was okay for what it was. It was an animated movie. I mean, people make fun of the movie, say it was terrible, it was not this, it was not that. Guys, it was animated. It was just a quick money bringer. That's all it was. But for being a short animated film that was only about 75 minutes, you can't really ask for much more. I thought it was good. Now, my favorite out of the TMNT movies, honestly, was the first one, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where Splinter is kidnapped and you're introduced to Shredder for the first time. I thought that was amazing. I thought Secret of the Ooze was equally as good. Then it just went downhill. But then the cartoon was out around that time, and when I was a kid, I remember even 2 Halloweens, me and 3 of my friends dressed up as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We all wore our backpacks, and then my grandmother made this cover to put over our backpacks to make it look like a turtle shell. We got body paint and painted our skin green, and my grandmother even made headbands, and we bought like elbow pads and knee pads to spray paint and color to make them the colors of the turtles, and we went as those for a couple of years. I mean, I love the turtles. I mean, they were really cool because I think everyone can connect with the turtles in one way or another, whether you can connect with one or multiple. My favorite was always Raphael because he was cool, he was hip, he was basically the anti-hero of the turtles. He didn't listen to protocol. He was just the badass, and I like that. I remember even when I very first saw TMNT for the first time, because I remember going to the theaters with some friends and watching it. We got into that big debate when Ralph and Leo get in a fight on the roof. Well, who won this fight? Well, Leo let him win it. No, guys, and honestly, I think Ralph won that fight because there are plenty of other points in that scene that you can see that Leo was trying equally to win the fight, whether it be by death or whether it be by severe injury, but that's just one person's opinion, and you're also entitled to yours as well. But I was really excited when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were getting in another movie. I was like, this is awesome. I can't wait to see it. And then I heard Michael Bay was directing it, and I immediately... Guys, I was so furious. I do not like Michael Bay in any way. And I shit you not, one of my friends said, watch, they're going to get Megan Fox to be April O'Neil. And I shit you not, guys. Honest, I'm an atheist, so I can't say honest to God, but I swear on anything you want to fill in the blank with, this was before it was announced that Megan Fox was going to be April O'Neil. You have never seen someone so pissed. I was mad. I was like, it's like, Michael Bay, why would you get this girl to play April O'Neil? Because, why? There is no justifiable reason you can give me that Megan Fox is April O'Neil. None. Now, if you saw the very first two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies that were released a long time ago, the woman who played April O'Neil in those movies was perfect. She was beautiful, she was attractive, but she didn't look like she belonged on a catwalk or in a whorehouse like Megan Fox does. There are so many other classy young women actors that they could have gotten to be that character. I mean, I heard someone, I got into a debate over on someone with Twitter of other people that could have played April O'Neil, and some people said Emma Watson. Now, if you don't know who that is, that was the woman who played, the girl who played Hermione in Harry Potter. She also did Noah. Someone also suggested, what about the girl from the Hunger Games? Well, I don't really think that she would have been a good April O'Neil, but, I think she would have been a lot better at it than Megan Fox. Some people even suggested the girl from the Twilight films. That immediately just made me want to throw up. But I can't stand Megan Fox as an actress. That she has absolutely no talent at all. They would have been better off getting the woman from those early movies and sticking her back in the role of April O'Neil, even though she's probably wants nothing to do with the franchise anymore or just doesn't want to act anymore. I don't know any of those to be a fact. They would have been better off doing that. But I was dragged to go see TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, directed by the shittiest director in the world, Michael Bay. You ever go to the theaters, and when you're walking out of, when you hand the guy your ticket, and he says, okay, you're going to go down to the hall, you're going to turn right, and it's the second door on your left. Whenever you leave that theater, there's always someone at the one I go to that opens the door for you, and there might be a couple of people who say, how was the show? And I went and saw it with 2 or 3 friends, and we're sitting there, and I was almost stunned, because I am seeing one of my favorite franchises, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, die in front of my eyes. I can't... I was almost so disgusted. I mean, even the parts of the movie where they were trying to make you laugh, I didn't laugh, because I'm just sitting there going, this is terrible. The Turtles didn't even look good, in my opinion. They could have done so much more to make these Turtles look actually believable. My main pick point here, or main bone that I have to pick, is the Turtles were too techy. The Turtles were never as techy as they made them out to be in this movie. And to me, it was just like you're trying to recreate them. I mean, I understand that you're going to try and change a little bit with modern society, but it's not even good. And I sat through this whole movie, and I kept sitting there thinking, this is going to get better, this is going to get better. Tell me that something is going to make this better. Even Shredder looked like shit in this movie. I have never been... This is by far the worst movie I have seen in a while. I went and saw Man of Steel because I was dragged to it, and I thought Man of Steel was a worse movie. Not anymore. Congratulations, Man of Steel. You are no longer the worst terrible movie that I have seen in a theater to date. It is now Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I am disgusted. I will not buy this movie. I will never, ever go see another movie that Michael Bay directs ever again. You can quote me on that. I am swearing off Michael Bay films. I will never purchase a film he directs. I will never go to a movie he directs or even produces because I do not agree with this guy and I think he is terrible, period. Now, let's go over to good, because I'm tired of thinking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because it's just making me more mad. Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Marvel, as we know, was bought by Disney, and, Disney being the money whores they are, they make all the jokes that Walt Disney was this guy who hated Jews, but he is just as greedy he is one of the most greediest franchises I've ever seen in my life. They will do anything to make a buck. And, they've made all these successful Marvel films. They've made the Avengers. They've made... I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. They have made so many successful movies, and then they were like, okay, we're not going to really have another major superhero movie until Avengers 2 comes around, so why don't we make another movie? Because we already gave Iron Man three movies. We gave Captain America 2. We gave Thor 2. I wish they would give the Hulk another movie with the Hulk from the Avengers. I thought he was the best Hulk that we've had since Lou Ferrigno in the original TV series. That Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. thing that was on television, I don't know if it still is. I watched about 10 episodes of it. I just didn't like it. I don't know, it just wasn't for me. So, I don't watch it anymore. Hopefully it's better. If some people tell me that it has gotten better, I might check it out again. But, guys, I'm going to turn my TV off. It's putting a blue glare on my face and I haven't noticed. But I find it, they keep trying to give more Marvel movies. And it's we already know that Avengers 2 is confirmed. And, I've read about Guardians of the Galaxy before. I've read comic books and things like that, and I've heard of them and things like that, but I didn't expect them ever to make a movie, because when I saw that Guardians of the Galaxy was being made into a movie, I was thinking, okay, this is going to go one of two ways, because there were some people I read, because I was doing some research on Guardians of the Galaxy, there were some people who were putting money into it. They were not putting as much as they would into anything else because they were afraid that this movie was not going to be successful, because it's fair to say when you think of Marvel, the last thing you think of is Guardians of the Galaxy. You think of the Avengers. You think of Iron Man. You think of Spider-Man, even though he'll probably never appear in a Marvel movie or in a Avengers movie. You think of the Hulk, you think of Captain America, you think of these people, you don't think of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or at least most people who don't associate with the whole Marvel universe, they only associate with or know of the ones that are widely known and popular. So when this movie was being made, there were some people who didn't think it would be successful because people just wouldn't care. Now, me personally, when I saw the movie was getting made, I was excited. I was like, this is cool. Who doesn't like Star-Lord or Drex or Rocket Raccoon? He's a raccoon that shoots machine guns. What more do you need? And he's hilarious. So anyway, I went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I went and saw it again on my birthday because I just enjoyed it that much, and we had I had like 7 or 8 people who went and saw it again, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know what to tell you about this movie that is bad. Because this movie overall is excellent. In my opinion, there are some people who say it's the I was talking with my friend Scott at Alien about this, and he said that in his opinion it was the best Marvel movie that they've ever made. I don't know about that, but it is definitely, in my opinion, if you were going to give first place to a movie that Marvel has produced that is the best Marvel movie of all time, I think you'd have to either give it to the Avengers or this. I was so pleased with this movie. There was never a dead moment. It was informative. It kept on track. They didn't drag the movie at any point. You're introduced to each of the characters. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Chris Pratt, the guy who plays Star-Lord, this movie is probably making him money hand over fist because he's never been that ultimate megastar. I mean, every actor has that one movie that just shoots their career. And Chris Pratt, this is what this did for him. I mean, we saw him in the first 30 minutes, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy might actually have something here. He seems to be able to play the character, because you can spot when an actor is the role's not fit for him. You normally can spot things like this, and there was never a moment when I said, you know what, maybe Chris Pratt wasn't the right choice. Chris Pratt did amazing in this movie. I can't wait, not to spoil anything, but at the end of the movie it said Guardians of the Galaxy will return. I found some stuff online. There's already a second script in the works. I am totally happy about this because I can't wait to own this movie on DVD so I can watch it whenever the hell I please, and I cannot wait for them to start letting us know when we can expect the second one, because this movie was excellent all around, A+. Couldn't ask for better. Then, you have Bradley Cooper doing the voice of Rocket Raccoon. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Knocked Up movies, or whatever those movies were that he did. I don't find just humor in stupidity. I just never have. But I know the kind of person Bradley Cooper is, and he fits Rocket Raccoon. They hit a grand slam with him, because if you've ever read the comics and you kind of understand, when you read comics, if you're an avid comic reader like me, you'll be able to agree with me, and you say you kind of have to get the voice of a character in your head to your own design. You kind of have to come up with a voice of your own that you imagine the character would sound like. And they did amazing getting Bradley Cooper. He has the perfect tone that makes Rocket Raccoon actually come to life on the big screen. He by far was my favorite character. I loved Rocket Raccoon. He was the whole movie to me. He was hilarious. You got to see he was badass. You can go online and you can. I did not know that they actually used a real raccoon in some of the scenes to get the movement down. I thought that was pretty cool. But by far, Rocket Raccoon has always been my favorite of the group. I think it's fair to say he's probably the most popular, but I don't know. So if you would like to, in the comment section below, feel free to tell me who your favorite member of the Guardians are. You also have Vin Diesel, who played Groot. Now, Vin Diesel, this was probably, if he made, I don't know what he was being paid to be a part of this movie, but it was probably the easiest paycheck he ever got in his life, because he didn't have to be on screen, and he had a grand total of 5 words that he said in the whole movie. So it was probably the easiest money he's ever made, period. But he did, for what little part he had, I thought Vin Diesel was a good option for Groot. They did well picking a name with a little credibility, because we know Vin Diesel from things like Fast and Furious and the Chronicles of Riddick, which is where he's made most of his money. So it was really cool to see him, even though you can't physically, see him, because all you're getting is his voice. it is cool to see that he got to be a part of a superhero movie. And then another thing that I really liked is the character of Drax. He is portrayed by Dave Bautista. Now, if you do not know him outside of movies, he is mostly known for his role as the Animal Batista, which he got that name from WWE, or World Wrestling Entertainment. AKA professional wrestling. I very first saw Dave Bautista on WWE Raw, and I always liked how he carried himself. He was not the stereotypical big powerhouse guy that just walked around and acted like he owned the world. Like, everybody owed him something because he was just physically superior to everybody. I got to meet him once at a wrestling event. I've seen him on television and other interviews, and he is like one of the most laid-back guys I can imagine. He's really cool to. He would be the guy I'd want to hang out with at a WWE, or at least one of them. And he played the character of Drax perfectly. You know, because Drax is this guy who is just completely, he is stone cold. He not another WWE reference if you understand what I mean, but he has the most literate person, or I guess creature, you'll ever come across, you know, and he played the role perfectly. It wasn't to where it was like, okay, this is a little overdoing it. It was perfect. He just fit the role, and I remember because he's done other movie roles, and I remember seeing him in these other bit parts, and I said, you know, Batista, you know, because there's some WWE superstars who have tried to make movies and they're either really good at it or they just suck at it. John Cena sucks at it. The Rock makes millions at it. Batista is one of those guys I think that could do as good at, maybe not as good as Rock, or Dwayne Johnson if you prefer, but he could do maybe 80% of what Rock does, because Batista is a very likable person, and he did very well in this role, but he would not have as wide a range as The Rock can. Even though The Rock's range is not that big, it is pretty much stuck to just playing action people. The police officer from Fast and Furious, Hercules, the Scorpion King, these kind of things, even though he's ventured into other things that are forgettable. Let's just not mention the Tooth Fairy, even though I just mentioned it. But, I mean, Batista, I think, could be a very successful actor if he's put in the right roles, and this was definitely a step in the right direction. And then you have Zoe, you know, who I cannot for the life of me remember her name off the top of my head, but she did very well as well. And, you know, I mean, all 5 of these people did exceptionally well. The only thing that I can say against this movie that was bad is that the bad guys had no... they didn't do enough character development on the bad guys. I think they could have done a bit more on that. But that is literally if you want to nitpick. Because the guy that you see, I cannot remember his name, but the guy you see who's sitting on that big throne and he has a big-ass head, and they're going to bring him the Sentry Stone, you know, they never really give you any more background on him. Maybe the reason they did that was because he's going to be a more central character in the sequel. That's fine, but I wish we would have gotten a little more character development on the darker side, like of the bad guys and the villains. That would have been cool, but that is literally if I had to pick something. There's not much you can say bad about Guardians of the Galaxy if you have not gone to see either of these 2 movies. My advice to you is do not touch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with a 10-foot pole. Instead, just order pizza that night and watch the originals from the 80s, I think, when they were made, or even the early 90s, I can't remember. But you can normally find those at your local Walmart. Like what I have is I have this little DVD case, and it has all 4 of the movies, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, The Secret of the Ooze, the time traveling one, and TMNT. Just get those 4 and order pizza and watch them in the comfort of your own home, and do not go to pay to see the new one produced by Michael Bay. And then my other piece of advice would be, instead of going to see TMNT in theaters, go see Guardians of the Galaxy before it is no longer in theaters. This movie, guys, is worth your time. It is definitely worth your... I don't know what your theater costs, but it's definitely worth your day. You will go see this and you will be entertained, and if you're not, I apologize, but this movie, guys, has done insanely well. So I've never done these before. I don't know if I'll do them all the time. I'll probably review only things that I really like or things that I feel that are a popular thing. Like right now, it is a popular thing that the TMNT, or at least around the people that I'm talking to, that the Mutant Ninja Turtle movie sucked. And that Guardians of the Galaxy was awesome. So I thought I would just do a video on something like this because it does seem to be what I'm getting from a lot of people. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to this. If you guys like this and you want me to do more movie reviews, I'd be more than happy to do that. One thing I want to mention real quick is if you haven't gone to check out my August monthly giveaway, please do so. The winner of that will be announced when I do my September month giveaway. Also, keep in mind that for the December giveaway for my special Christmas edition, I will be giving away a brand new Alpha Ruby or one of the new Pokemon Ruby or Sapphire remakes. I get those confused so much. So the winner of my December giveaway will be getting a new Pokemon 3DS Ruby or Sapphire remake, and it will cost you nothing to enter. All you have to do to be entered to win any one of my giveaways, all you have to do is go watch the movie or the video. They're not going to be real long. They're going to be maybe 15 minutes at max, and then just leave a comment in the comment section below, and that's it, and then you are entered. And if you win, I will send you your prize, and that's all there is to it. All you have to do is leave a comment. So guys, if you want to see more movie reviews, please feel free to, in the comment section below, ask me if I've seen another movie, or if you would like me to review an older movie. I might even be willing to do that, just to have something new for us to talk about, because I love talking with you guys and getting your feedback. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this movie review. So go see Guardians of the Galaxy. It's still in theaters, and avoid Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at all cost. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you already haven't, and thumbs up this video, and leave a comment and your feedback below. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you later.